Hi guys, I'm Bushwhatever here, back with another video. I'm really sorry guys that I haven't uploaded for, I guess for a while, because of schoolwork. I had to edit some videos for my school project. I'm really sorry for that. I know that you guys were hoping for a new what if, but school really is a hard thing to do, so it's really tough to be honest. And I actually didn't almost sleep when I was editing some of the video, no, a video that we did so for our project. So that's why I didn't did too much recording. So I'm really sorry that today is just a free day. So I just really wanted to give you guys a what if, so that you guys won't be bored. So let's begin. So the what if I'm going to do today is what if Deku was in No Game No Life Part 2. Yes, this is gonna be Part 2. Okay, so as I said before, we last left off when Izuku, Shiro, and Sora go crash the coronation, basically saying objection. Basically typical like those the game of that's a reference basically for a game, the I guess a law game. I forgot what it's called, but it was actually a pretty fun game. But they did that. They basically did that, and they basically halted the coronation and stuff. And basically they wanted to challenge Irumi. Yeah, Irumi or something. To challenge for the throne. Well, yeah. So they did just that, and when Izuku, Shiro, and Sora came out with Steph, basically Steph was wondering why did no why did he did that. Basically, Izuku just says, well, you said you want your country to be ruled, right? To be ruled by a rightful person, so here we are. And yeah, so basically eventually they went to the carriage, and Irumi says the plan of yeah, still she reveals the Sora reveals the elf, no, actually, yeah, Sora reveals the elf that was in the crowd, which Shiro takes a picture, and Sora takes a picture of Irumi's face, and so on. What happens next is that Izuku says that so you're not saying that she is not your accomplice or something? It's clear as day, to be honest. Irumi just says, wow, really hiring an elf just to make me look fraud. Izuku just continues here. Good comeback, a good comeback, but who knows who was right or wrong? To be honest, let's decide it with a game. Now, time skip to the carriage, to the present, which is the carriage. They went to the carriage, and Irumi tells the plan of the elf and stuff. The elf plan that they are being ruled under one nation, a nation that is powerful, which is in magic, which is the elves. And yeah, what happens next is that Izuku and Sora Shiro said, pretty good. No, Izuku and Sora just said, it's actually pretty good. It's a good plan. だが断る。この空白が最も好きなことの一つは、自分が絶対的優位にあると思っている奴に、なんと断ってやることだ。Basically saying I refuse. Who was it? It was from JoJo or something. Now I remember, it was Rohan Kishibe. The saying, but I refuse. And yeah. So yeah, that happens, and it was really funny. Sora, Shiro, and as you said, Izuku said that, and basically they're like in a JoJo in a JoJo art style and stuff. It was really funny. In the video that I put in, just imagine Izuku in that in that exact scene. Sorry, but sorry about that, but still. But if it's copyrighted, I'm really sorry for that. I don't really know if it's gonna be copyrighted or not, but I really wish it wasn't. So let's continue. What happens next is that Izuku basically they refuse, and basically Sora just says that that's one of our bucket list, that one of the things that we always wanted to say, um which with Izuku as well, and yeah. So Irumi just gets a little bit pissed off and continues on her day. Now, they Steph asks why did they do that, when you said that um when you said that it was actually a good fight, no, a good a good plan. But Sora says that, first of all, um if first if she was so confident that she will win, why did she want us to forfeit? Second, why does she what was it, think that, no, basically saying that if we were a spy from another country, a ruler like that shouldn't be elected, and because she told her plan. And fourth, I forgot the others, but and fourth being like, if she does something magical, we're totally screwed. As well as remember this, okay? Izuku's quirk is still activated. Yes, he will gain experience from this. Yes, and eventually he will use some skills. Which, give me some skills down below, please. Down in the comments below, give me some skills that will benefit Izuku in this story as well as in the MHA story, like a double-edged sword that will benefit him in No Game No Life, as well as in MHA. I really hope that you can help me with this, guys, because it's really hard thinking, because there are a lot, and I am limiting myself to for Izuku to have 4 skills, just 4. A reference to one of my favorite games, League of Legends or Dota, as well as Valorant. Those are the references that I'm going to be using, because they only have 4 skills. If I remember, Dota has 4 skills. If I forgot if there were a lot more, I'm really sorry. But if I remember correctly, in League of Legends, Dota, and Valorant, they only have 4 skills or 4 abilities. So I'm only limiting myself to 4. So guys, can you give me abilities, but as well as give me a passive ability as well. And that's only just going to be one passive ability. If the passive ability has a double another info about it, it's fine. But Izuku can only have one passive ability. Okay, okay, you all agreed? And just comment down below for the skills. So yeah, let's continue. Eventually, they went to the chess room, and it was chess. It was a different form of chess, not your typical chessboard and stuff, but there were these pieces like statues and stuff. So Shiro goes first, and basically says that basically Iromi just says that you can go first. Sora says that is it fine that if all 3 of us switch mid turn? Where Shiro just looks at Sora and basically says, do you think I can't win? Izuku just says, hell, no. Hell will freeze over before you could lose a game of chess. Which this pumps her up and blushes. Shiro blushes, and Sora thinks that they're meant to be together, but these two doesn't do no hasn't done a move on each other yet. Kind of funny. He chuckles in his thoughts, and yeah. So basically, now it favors chess always favors the first player. So your typical Shiro did d2 to d4, then g7 advance by Irumi, knight to c3. Irumi goes for f7 to f7 forward, then Shiro just says e2 to e4, and Irumi just says f5 forward, and so on and so forth. Until Shiro hadn't, let us say, couldn't believe, because there is one thing about this kind of chess. It always counts your charisma, your leadership skills and stuff, because if you have low leadership skills, it's like how are you able to become king and stuff, which is quite fitting for the game that they did for the decision of becoming the next king. Quite intriguing, to be honest. But yeah. After that, they basically Shiro just says, I don't know, yeah, Shiro just says, um, uh, Bishop 2, and basically almost about to cry, basically saying that, Sora, Izuku, I'm sorry. And basically, Izuku just says to Sora, I think you should do it. Sora just says, thanks, Izuku. Which Sora just says, attention! Basically saying that, also basically explain about, I'm afraid, I'm not gonna say it, but attention, as Sora said, and basically he just says that every soldier that survives this can, you know, do the deed with any girl that they want, as well as what is it, there will be tax free and stuff, which the last thing that Sora says, all virgins unite. Which is quite funny though. Because Sora is a virgin, if you didn't know, but still, it's quite funny. And yeah, which all of the soldiers come out from their posts and basically start doing a war, and basically Sora commanding them all because of things. Sora just says that pawn squad 6, the enemy is moving forward, go attack. Basically they start attacking, and Sora continues on doing commands, which sorry for the voice if it's a little bit softer, but I'm really sorry. But yeah, Sora continues with saying ordering the soldiers, and which Irumi says that oh, sorry about that, but Irumi just says that, hey, that's cheating, it's my turn, and basically Sora just says that in a war there you will you don't want your opponent to have a turn, so basically just your typical war ethics, because yeah, who wouldn't? Yeah, it's really obvious that a person would say that because of reasons and reasons only. Because of, if you didn't remember, in the world of MHA, it's like in real life, there have been wars, and a lot of wars that costed a lot of lives, and I mean a lot of lives. So I can just imagine them being more prepared than others. So yeah. So after that, they just continue, and basically eventually they backed up Irumi to a corner, which forced her to use, I guess, magic. I forgot to use it, but I think it was magic or stuff, which Izuku goes down there. I know this is supposed to be Sora's scene, but still, I want Izuku to do this. Basically, Izuku goes down there, lays down his life before the king could be killed, saying that, "My queen, you are beautiful," saying that, and the queen is transferred into a reality marble of sorts, like the sandy deserts, basically. And basically, Izuku explaining that, um, are you willing to fight for your people, my queen? The king, your king is mad, that sending you to do what a king what the king must do. And yeah, basically, eventually, the I don't want to say it, but Irumi's queen piece turns into Izuku, Shiro, and Sora's queen piece, basically turning white, meaning that they're theirs. And eventually, Irumi just says, "Knight, go kill the queen, the ungrateful queen." Which, what happens next is that the knight couldn't kill the queen because all of the followers or the lovers of the followers of the queen really don't want to kill her because of how kind she is, quote unquote, how kind. Because let's just say that. And eventually, Irumi got back again to a corner, and what happens next is that she has gone mad, and basically like laughing crazy and stuff. So basically, just quote unquote has gone mad, and what happens next is that Izuku, no, Sora says that, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, we are back against the wall," because they thought that, which Izuku puts a hand on Sora's shoulders, but he says, "No, we're not." To be honest, we're far from it. Sora just said, "What do you mean?" Izuku just says, "Look at her. Remember what always happens in the war. There are always people that will assassinate others. Remember that, Sora. Remember those the kings or queens are always assassinated by their own, by their right hand or something more, or even their sons, which that will happen to her because Izuku noticed the cracks on the king piece, the king piece, and basically Izuku just says, "Checkmate." And which I guess the ambassador just says that we have now the winner is blank, which eventually we continue, and basically now the coronation, which the what was it, the I guess the ambassador, no, not the ambassador, the one that I guess the judge for, excuse me, but the judge that did the fight with Irumi against Sora, Shiro, and Izuku, basically says that there only need to be one king, if I remember, one king, but Izuku just diffuses the situation immediately, saying that you're wrong. As I said in the pledges, a representative of the party will be given the representatives of each party, basically saying that yada yada yada. I forgot, but basically Izuku just says according to Pledge 7, conflict between groups will be conducted by designated representatives with absolute authority, meaning me, Sora, Shiro were representatives, and basically saying that we are king. And rest my case, thank you. Which Shiro just said, "That was pretty cool, Izuku." Izuku just blushed and basically says, "Thanks, Shiro." And now they become king. Actually, technically 2 kings and 1 queen. I know that sounds wrong, but still, continuing, Izuku basically continues, and the fight continues and stuff, and yeah. What happens next is that the whole speech, yeah, the whole speech for the if I remember this one, we fought and survived. Hello, we fought and survived because we are weak. In every time, in every world, the strong polish their fangs, while the weak polish their wisdom. The strong may imitate our weapons, but they'll never master them, because at the heart of our weapons lies a cowardice born of almost humility, weakness. Accept the fact that we are the weakest race. Accept that we are the weakest race. The one that can become anything because we are born with nothing. We declare now. We declare now that we, as Elkia's 205th king, we hereby declare that we will live as the weak. As this moment my country, Elkia, declares war on other countries. And yeah, that happens. And yeah, that happens basically. And yeah, what happens next is that that is said by Izuku and Shiro, by the way. No, not Izuku and Shiro, Izuku and Sora. Izuku is not an insert in this one. Izuku is gonna do shit, so don't worry about that. So what happens next is that, so yeah, that happens. So Izuku, they go to the throne room and stuff. Sora and Shiro playing their, I guess, DS. Izuku doing a speed run of Pokemon. Yeah, doing a speed run of Pokemon. Which one? It's quite easy for him because he remembers all the TMs, how to defeat, and the fastest time to get all 150 Pokemon in the Pokédex, or should I say a lot more in Pokemon Fire Red. Yeah, Pokemon Fire Red. Yeah. So obviously the name is blank. Obviously. So yeah. Now let's continue. Now staff says to them that about all of the problems in Alkia and the rumors that were spreading, which Sora and Izuku just, oh, that's easy. Basically saying that I will play rock, you will play scissors, you will purposely lose, and when you lose, you will not spread more rumors about us, basically. And yeah, and send Ashante, and yeah. Now, which before that, let's flash back a little bit because I forgot a piece. But let's flash back. Sorry. But basically they were looking at some books that says that what was it again? The Flugels. Basically, you know, Jabril. Basically saying that there are a power hungry race before, which now they collected their heads of their opponents, which now they differ now, and instead of collecting heads, they collect knowledge like books. So one's collection is also represented as their life. So yeah, which eventually everything got saturated and stuff, and eventually they appear on a high, and I mean a high part of the castle, and one wrong move will plummet to the death. Yeah. And here comes Tet. Tet, the god of no game, no life, or the god of games. The god, the game, the game god. What should I say? Or the god of games. But still, which yeah, which basically they asked. Tet asked, "Is it fun in Myra?" Basically, they just says, "Yeah," but they just says, "Yeah." Easier just says, "But if we became God, quick question, can we still go back to our world?" Tet just says, "You can, but you have to do something. As I said before, everything is decided by a game." Which Izuku says, even the title of One True Guide can be decided by a game. Tetris says, and that's correct. Which Sora just explains that the very first time that the One True God lost, um, he was very very pissed and summoned us here. Summoned us here. And Tetris says, and why do you think that? Uh, Sora just says it's just a hunch, really a hunch. And yeah, after that they continue, and yeah, which stuffs the stat, and eventually they finish and stuff. Yeah, and stuff are yelling that is that if that was Tet, and they just says yeah that was Tet, and yeah, shocking, right? Shocker. After that, let's continue. After that, they continue with being going to, if I remember correctly, going to the agriculture first, doing the crop rotation. Basically, Sora explains that during crop rotation, one field will be one with wheat, root crops, and partly for pasture, if I remember. And basically going through that rotation, and yeah, going through that rotation as well. So yeah, after that, it was the economy, if I remember. Basically now Sora just says that treasury bonds to the for the money and stuff. Basically saying Sora just says I will tell you this later, but you issue them and basically sell it to the bank, if I remember. Sell it to the bank. Yeah, basically making the banks buy them, and yeah, and that will make a budget. And now we should buffer a few turns and wait. And yeah, that happens, and that happens and stuff. Now, and eventually they want to go out and basically explore. Sora, Shiro wanting to go back down to to their typical dark room, but Izuku likes it where he will sleep in the master bedroom, which to the discomfort of Shiro doesn't want it because they always slept together, them three, and it was quite funny. Shiro always cuddled up to Izuku, which is quite funny. Sora always chuckles at the two, like saying that why doesn't those two make a move already? Dang, it's so cute though. When they're flustered and all. But yeah, after that they continue, and they continue and they wander around the streets of they ask about if there are more books, if there were more books for to study and stuff. Just as we had a library, but grandpa gambled it away, which made Izuku, Sora, Shiro, and Izuku, Sora, Shiro say that oh my god, why, saying that an idiot king and stuff, which stuff doesn't take too kindly of that, which she challenges Izuku to a game of blackjack, and Izuku Izuku counting cards. Yes, he learns this, counting cards and stuff. Which yeah, which they eventually go back. They wanted to go out and stuff. Which Izuku is is actually having fun because it's actually the scenery is quite good, even though it's the most poorest race, even though it's the most poor race, it is still pretty good. And eventually they went to the library, and yeah, eventually they went to the library and find this angel-like creature, and we all know her as Jibril, which Jibril just basically saying that Sora just says that we want to gamble this challenge you to a game. I gamble. I want this whole library, the library, and Jibril just goes all defensive, unserious, saying that basically you're taking my life away. Which Jibril just says that, which Sora just says that, I will give you, if I remember, 3,700 or something, 37,000 books from a different world. Which she spits out her tea, and basically say impossible, and basically looks at the one of the pages, and she can't read it, and yeah. Which she starts drooling at the iPad, if I remember, if it was an iPad, or to be honest. But yeah, Izuku continues. They play word chain. If you don't know word chain, they say, for example, you say atomic bomb. Yeah, atomic bomb. Then the next letter should start with a B. So burger, then G, glass, and so on and so forth. So Izuku first asks Sora about this. Can I try this? Which he says the word, and basically Sora just smiles and says, sure Izuku, sure. Izuku just says okay. Hydrogen bomb, and basically Jibril continues on, what was it again? A spell to protect them and stuff. Which yeah. After that, they continue the game. I'm not going to say it because it's too goddamn long. But they basically continue the game, and yeah. After that, they eventually, basically, Jibril hasn't noticed that Sora, Izuku, and Shiro are, saying, what was it? Sora, Shiro, and Izuku saying that, what was it again? Removing each part of the core, each removing part of the earth, mantle, the mantle, and the outer core or something, outer core, inner core, or something along those lines. And after that, they continue with and they still did the scene of naughty bits and stuff, which Izuku covers his eyes, saying that, Sora, why? Sora, why did you do that? Which Sora holds on to Steph, and Izuku holds on to Shiro, and basically they jump and say lithosphere, and the whole world comes crashing down to the core, which everything say basically but saying the, if I remember correctly, um, as she just says, what was it again? Um, basically air, then oxygen, which it was intoxicating, which Izuku blushing said looks at Shiro and Shiro nods and basically they start kissing. I know it's indecent, but still they had to do it to survive, and basically they're circulating their air through the two of them. So it's like they have lungs for one person to say the least. But yeah, after that, egotistical and something, uh, egotistical if I remember, and laughable. I forgot what Shiro, no, Sora used as a leverage. I know he used egotistical for because he knows that no Izuku knows that Jibril will use egotistical, and Izuku uses, I forgot, but in the anime I forgot what it is, laughable or something, or I forgot what it is, but still. But yeah, eventually they won, and yeah, and Jibril starts to go back. Jibril, Izuku, Staff, Sora, and Shiro go back, and actually, ah, Sora, no, not Sora, Shiro. Yeah, Sora actually didn't kiss Staff. She just what he did was, you know, your hand basically. He says this stuff that um make your hand like this, like into a fist, but there's a hole in the middle, and start breathing. And yeah, that's what they did. No kissing involved, but Izuku, in the heat of the moment, kissed Sora and Shiro. No, kissed Shiro. Yeah, kissed Shiro, not Sora. Okay, okay. Eventually, they went home and took a bath. Izuku actually taking a bath, but he was blindfolded because he is an innocent being. Come on, he doesn't want he he starts cinnamon roll. He still gets embarrassed, so he goes to the farther right of the corner to the swimming pool or the hot tub. He went there and just there, looking at the corner and not looking at Shiro basically. And Shiro just Sora, where's Izuku? Sora just says that, oh, Izuku's taking a bath as well in the hot tub, if I remember. He said that he needs a bath, and basically, yeah, he did. He did took a bath, but it was on the farthest. And basically, yeah. Which Shiro just says, oh, okay, thank you, Sora. Which, yeah, that happens. Now, eventually what happens next is that Izuku, Sora, basically after that, they start learning about the war beasts. Yeah, the war beasts, and learning about their strategies and stuff. And before that, they learned how to, about, they asked Jibril to be to make a bigger kitchen, if I remember. Yeah, bigger kitchen and stuff. And after that, they asked basically they asked if I remember, they asked Jibril for her experience fighting the war beast, which she can't remember and stuff. Which, yeah, which the one that she calls master, yeah, the one that she calls master, Jibril calls master, is Izuku, because quote unquote he was the one that beat her, but in reality it was a team effort. So basically, still Jibril thinks of Izuku as higher, than higher, like Sora, Shiro, and some. Basically, Shiro and Izuku are the same in authority as Jibril, and Sora is in a close second. Actually, very close, almost the same as the two of them, but not there. Basically, 1 point off or something. I'm gonna be a dick about it. He's 1 point off, but still. And eventually, they got a stump, and they stumped because of reason, because of how hard it is to be that. Yeah, how hard it is to fight the War Beast if you don't know what they are going to fight, because a lot of them have fight before, and they don't know what they are going to face. So yeah. Okay, so what happens next is, yeah, basically they're in a stop, and Steph makes cookies, and yeah, and that's where I'm gonna be leaving it off. Sorry guys if my voice is really sorry guys if it's really, and I mean really janky and stuff, and really confusing. I'm really sorry about that, because of I'm really sorry for that. But hey, I really hope you enjoy this. And I'm really sorry that I hadn't uploaded for a long time, for a while, and I'm sorry. But as well as comment down below 4 skills that you want Izuku to have, that are helpful in the No Game No Life universe as well as the MHA universe. Give me 4, and and give me as well as a passive skill. If you want the passive skill to have a double 2 things in it, it's fine. But yeah, but the passive skill must be Izuku doesn't have 2 passive skills, he just only has 1. Okay. But yeah, like I always say, like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye.